Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn with me, Alpha Pi Omega, in Ukraine. So we are continuing and chugging onward by reforming and expanding our armies and also rearming them. We are probably like a week away from having all of them equipped. Well, actually, not all of them, but having all of our military personnel equipped with the small arms, and then we'll see the insane number here that's going to tell us how many new weapons we need to create to have everyone use them. So without further ado, let's continue, because I'm really interested about the number. My guess would be like 20k, but it's probably going to be more. It is probably going to be more. And once we actually rearm everyone, once we get the tanks, once we start building on the foundation of Manpad's research into the self-propelled artillery, we can start expanding our armies as well. Because what good is it to have more troops if they are using decades-old guns? Okay, I wasn't that far away. 23,225. Well, that's gonna take a while. But we're producing about, what, 5,000 per year? So we'll be there in a couple of years, don't you worry. And it's gonna make our units way more effective, because I think that some of them, well, maybe not some of them, yeah, we do. They're using the AK-74, so about 20 years old small arms, so good on us. So you are going to join here as well. Wait, are you? No, not you. You are actually joining the main Kievan-based army, the second army. Interesting, that's the first unit we have added in a while. And they're using the BTR-90s already. And they are fully equipped with the Humvees. Nice. So let's compare this to another unit. Say you, what are you using? Do you have... Okay, so you're using the new weapons. Okay, you're almost fully equipped with the Humvees as well. But we can see the difference between the arms, because they're having... Yeah, look at that. That's 12 in soft attack alone. There's a difference in hard attack as well. Defense, yeah. Small arms are a key factor here. And breakthrough, everything is about 10 points higher. So small arms are a key. Small arms are a key. I mean, you're using... No, okay, to be fair, we are also equipped here with the newer BTR-90s, so I need to keep that in mind as well, but yeah, the small arms are making a big difference here. So, good on us for producing them. Hey, we actually produced like 700, did we? Wasn't it like 23,500? Maybe I'm mistaken. And we're also producing 4.8 per week of these BTR-90s. That is good. We're gonna get soon to a point where we will have one per day. We're almost producing 2 recon tanks per week as well, which is good. And these ones we're producing almost 2.5. Okay, so how are we fighting Russia in the influence department? No, we're not winning. So we'll actually have to just strike Russia directly, because the foreign influence is not working. So let's do Russia directly, because that is the only way we can go here. Okay, almost halfway through with that factory. That is good. That is good. I'm just kind of sad that the invasion of Afghanistan never happened here. For some reason, the United States only went after Iraq, but they never really went after Afghanistan. And I have a feeling and it's just a feeling, but I think that we are much better accepted around the world now. Oh yeah, look at that. Many of the EU countries are pretty much in love with us. I haven't tried checking, for example, Germany for their tanks. Propose a trade agreement. Proposing a trade agreement with this nation should be mutually beneficial. Greater prosperity to both. I have no idea what this one will do, quite honestly. But let's start with Poland. No, actually, we're gonna attack the influence and I'm gonna try that. I don't know what that one does. And also, we might just start with them. And by them, I mean United States. Slovakian elections. Rudolf Schuster re-elected. Okay. Good on you. Good on you. Rudolf Schuster was a decent president, if I may say so myself. They had worse. They had worse. Actually, Alexander Kwasniewski. Gerhard Schrader. Jacques Chirac. So in some countries it is... And I think it might be just prime ministers though. It's kind of interesting. But then Alexander Lukashenko and Vladimir Putin are presidents. So maybe, I guess it's dependent country to country. Based on how you do. We still have fairly good relations with Russia, considering what they're doing with us. Justice and Development Party, not aligned. Yeah, Turkey is bleeding out money. So is Russia. Okay, so our stability is now 54% after we gained the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. And I think that I said that next we are going to go and get the Ministry of Infrastructure, right? Yeah, in the Ministry of Infrastructure. The Ministry of Infrastructure has taken some flack. Ukraine's infrastructure is collapsing due to corrupt officials in the ministry's siphoning funds. People are unable to drive on some roads due to conditions. It is time to redraw the ministry in hopes of a better future for our industries. That's actually kind of a funny thing because I think every country is mad about their roads. I've seen so many jokes about it from all over the Europe, but if I would have to say what my opinion is, I think that the worst are in Russia and in Romania. That's from what I heard. The Ukrainian stock market is booming. The Ukrainian people are trading stocks like they are shopping for food. Wow, we can get to... Okay, so we're getting with economic boom. Wow, there's no higher... There is no higher step. Keep up the boom. Great. Or so done economy. Great. So how are we doing now? Oh my lord, we're getting 0.05 now. That is amazing actually, because that will allow us to invest in that military factory. Good. Rake in the money, people. Rake in the money. I will be happy. Actually, I'm going to repay the debt now because, that lowers our payments. But we're just going to borrow money once we decide to do that. So Russia, I'm going to hit you over the fingers now. Your 25 influence is going to go away. It should drop to 21. And we should jump to 35. Let's see if that is what's going to happen. But we're locked in a sort of a war of attrition already with them. Okay, 97 days away from manpads. And as you know, I've already mentioned we're gonna go with a self-prepared artillery or anti-air. I keep calling it self-prepared artillery, it's self-prepared anti-air. I am aware of that mistake and I apologize profusely for it. How many recon tanks do we have? 50. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if we add those now, we will need 112. Okay, that is not that bad. We're about halfway there. And we are producing, what, 2.13 per week, so we're gonna get to a decent number very soon. Okay, so which armies are you going to? Okay. One of you is gonna go to the second army, and one of you is gonna go to the first army. But we'll need to deal with you. Oh no, stock market crash. We didn't enjoy that for long. It seems the chaos following the bursting of the housing bubble has reached the stock market. The share prices of nearly all listed Ukrainian companies tumbled down heavily this morning, and our currency fell a great deal too. Trading was temporarily suspended before lunch, but no improvement is expected once markets reopen tomorrow, as everyone is desperate to sell their stocks. Okay, so we will either drop one step or 2 steps. Okay, we dropped 1 step. Okay, that's not that bad. By the way, a little tidbit on the Ukraine-Russia situation. Today is the first day when Russian average pay has dropped below Ukraine's one, and it is due to the fact that the ruble is tanking, which is making me insanely happy inside and all fuzzy. Now, I have friends from Russia, but they don't own any rubles, so basically this is going to only impact the family of my girlfriend, but they were smart and have most of their money in euros, so hopefully they will be fine. But yeah, ruble jumped from about 70 rubles per dollar to about 135 today, so good on you, Russia. Way to go. Basically, devolving your... devolving? No. Devaluing. Devaluing is the word in English. Devaluing the ruble to have its original value within a week. That is something. That is something. Okay, so only 500 Humvees left to produce, and we are at the max efficiency there. No, actually not. 65 is the max now. Producing almost 6 APCs per week. Almost 2.6 IFVs per week. Yeah, our factories are not too shabby anymore. I remember that they had like 20% efficiency in the beginning. We haven't really increased anything, as far as our military industry goes. But they just got better with technology. That's how you do it. We basically, considering the production efficiency, we more than tripled our output in 6 years. I think that is pretty good. That is pretty good. Not too shabby. Okay, we're attacking the influence from Russia, and can we boost the construction projects? Nope, we're still investing in that. Good. Raising military factories would give us 2 factories for 9 billion. We don't need that. Pro-Western propaganda. That would cost us money though. Money we are desperate to save. But considering that we actually were close, I don't know if we got over 99 billion in debt, if we were really in the 100, but we've already repaid at least $13 billion, which is good. Because when we get the Privden mush, we'll not jump higher than we were before. So that's good. How far are the man paths? 53 days. Okay, I should have gone with Privden mush. I said that I will put one of these in there. So I'm just gonna do that. Romanian election. Ion Iliescu forms new government. Western outlook. Okay. It might be still a good idea to get the extra factor and put that on the manpads though. Maybe I'm just gonna wait for now. Not work on them because we have pretty good efficiency here already. And we would have the output. And we really need like 1,000 of these crazy things. Damn. We really have a lot of those, don't we? Yeah. BMP2M. Yeah. These are aged. These are aged and need to be removed. I think there was a big effect on those, wasn't there, as well? What was it? It was pretty big, wasn't it? Yeah, BMP2M has a defense of 12. You get 18. These are really big differences. 7. Yeah, the production of these need to be kept. If I was quite honest, if I had the ability, I would boost the production there as well. Okay, Ministry of Infrastructure is done. Now we have a couple of options here, though it doesn't really give us anything, and I'm not sure how to activate that. So let's instead go and get the Privden Rush. Now, if we had, quite honestly, if the military industries wouldn't be so expensive, I would build 2 of those instead. But we really need to up our GDP per capita because that is just sad. Okay, but yeah, we're getting more money left and right, so that is just good. Good. I might actually consider lowering the taxes eventually, because, you know, our production is getting so good that we might do Russia 20 and we get 38. So we're gonna hit them again. Actually, we can't because their influence is too low. So let's just combat for an influence altogether. Hopefully we can put them below. Yeah, 2.28 billion, 13 civilian factories. Please tell me they're just not expanding. No, I had to trigger that growth somehow. Even though I'm not aware of how I did that. But somehow I did that, and that is just a matter of fact. Yeah, but really, I need like this. This would be ideal. But I guess maybe if we are lucky enough and get these high enough, I can just put one of these factories in here afterwards. But considering how much we're using these, it seems like a production like this would be granted. Or given, considering our situation. Now, again, once we finish these 3 factories, I'll probably build 2 or 3 military ones just for that. Foreigners killed by jihadists in Nigeria. Damn. Nigeria is also Salafists? No, they're not aligned. So it's probably just that the parties there are so powerful that they can do this. Finnish elections. Western outlook. Okay, so everyone is doing fine. That is good. I wish we could see your GDP and stuff like that, because that would be pretty cool. Can't we? What do you have? NATO membership. Oh wait, you're a European Union member? So they did join European Union, and we just didn't see that. Aha! Okay, I have to check that. I completely missed that, or there was no pop-up. Because I was saying that in the previous episode that it's... Yeah, they're there. Look at that. Slovakia and the Czech Republic. Okay, so EU have grown. Okay, so there's not 27 countries anymore, because Sweden has went out of the Union. Actually, no, 24, because Romania, Bulgaria hasn't joined either, right? Yeah, they're not there. So it's 2, 4... There was 15 and 10 additional joins, so 24 now. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 actually. So one of the countries is also out. Oh, Slovakia didn't join. No, it did. Okay, so this is not Austria is there. Belgium, Cyprus. Did all of the Baltic states join? Estonia, Latvia. Latvia is not here. Okay. So Latvia for some reason didn't join the EU. Interesting. Cool. Okay, got it. Latvia. Why didn't you do that? Okay, and here we go for the self-propelled anti-air 2005. And we are going to add the manpads production here. And once we, 1164 needs to be upgraded. But once we get the Privdenmash, it's not Privden, it's Pivdenmash. Alpha screws up yet another name. Kuwait Oil Company IPO. The long-awaited initial public offering of the Kuwaiti State Lucrative Oil Company has been officially announced. So this is some kind of effect from, I guess, an event, because we've seen that one before. It was probably the United Arab Emirates or Saudi Arabia. Someone had that as well. So 3G. So this further lowers the education cost. Military industry output and reinforce rate. Research speed plus 5%. Li-Fi. No, I said that before. We need to boost encryption. That should stop Russia from having too much of an advance on us, though they still might. But encryption will take away some of their bonuses. Inorganic fibers will be done soon, which is going to further boost our production. I'm just actually going to put you here. Let's make it a bit more organized. Yeah. These APCs, IFVs, and recon tanks. Okay, this is how it looks nicer. So efficiency will be 65 and 5 is 70. So we can get to somewhere like 22 small arms per day. I actually don't know how many a factory like Smiths and Wesson produce per day. I wonder if it's realistic or if this is just way above what the factories would usually do. But hey, we're sub 20,000 now. We're sub 1,000 in the APCs. And I think we're getting a decent amount of those recon tanks. Yeah, we're at 87 now. Good. So with the inorganic fibers fabrication, we can go to industrial production of nanofibers, and we'll be done with this for now. This is just retention. Yeah, actually the retention is biting me in the rear now. I didn't consider it that important, but as we keep moving it around, this is actually screwing us over a bit, isn't it? Well, let's finish that, I guess. We'll finish industrial production of nanofibers. Electrospun nanofibers are extensively studied, and their potential applications are largely demonstrated. Electrospinning equipment, technological solutions, and electrospun materials are rapidly moving to commercialization. Dedicated companies are supplying laboratory and industrial scale components and apparatuses for electrospinning. Someone posted it in the comments how you're supposed to pronounce apparatuses or apparatuses. I read that and I forgot. So, random commenter, I am sorry. Your help fell on deaf ears, but I promise I'm gonna check it after this video again. And then this time pay more attention. Hey, look at Russia dropping to 19. So let's combat for influence. We might finally get to above 39. Maybe even above 40 with this. That would be pretty good. So Pivdenmash. Pivdenmash is Ukraine's primary manufacturer of spacecraft. The company is notable in producing rockets for foreign countries such as NASA It would be good to develop this booming industry to project Ukraine on the global stage. Quick fun fact, Ukrainian-made rockets accounted for 12% of all space flights in 2006. Who knew? Well, not me. But I know that Ukraine was actually pretty competent at that area because, Russia had, or not Russia, but Soviet Union had a pretty big space program, and as Ukraine used to be the center of heavy machinery and research, this makes sense. So Pivdenmash is there. We'll borrow $7 billion, but we'll keep repaying that. And I think we're going to go for the Zaporozhye industrial plants next. So how are we doing on the production now? 4.23 per week, which we are going to triple and then half. So 12, somewhere like 14 per week. This is going to be a piece of cake. This is going to be a piece of cake. Do I know that the manpads don't provide that much air attack? Do they? 13. Yeah. And only 2.3 out of that is from light infantry. So the self-propelled air defense battery is actually giving us like 85% of the defense. How is it with you? Nah, it's the same thing. It's really they do have these. They're 1985, so we can see a bit of a boost, but yeah, nothing major can be expected out of that. And it's going to be still pretty pitiful until we get better and stronger anti-air batteries out there. So as we borrowed money, let's actually get that industrial projects up and running again and repay that billion. How far are we? Yeah, that factory is going to come up next, so that is good. Zaporozhye. Oh, no! Why? It just keeps popping up more and more. We're basically playing a losing game here. Damn, why game? We were so close. Okay, so this one is gonna be a military factory. I'm just gonna do it. We need those. I promised that, so let's do that. But hey, almost all of our vehicles have now been upgraded to Humvees, so that's pretty good. The IFVs. Oh, actually, what I wanted to do here is I wanted to see. Let's have a trade agreement with Poland. We receive extra influence. Trade influence increased. Opinion increased, and influence increased by 1. Okay. So now what? Now they should give us more resources if we ask for those? Damn, Poland, you're also bleeding out heavily here. Am I the only one who's having a balanced budget, guys? Focus there in Europe. So what is this? Ukraine consumers spend less. A recent report highlighted that the hardworking Ukrainian people are increasingly worried about their future. The pessimism is causing people to save more, and overall consumption is down. If this continues, a lot of businesses in Ukraine will have to downsize or close down. Businesses that may not export Ukrainian goods are, however, not affected by this. So transfer some shopping money. Okay, or hopefully this will go over. No change or stable growth. Wait, does this cost us something? I'm not sure, it didn't say. No, we're still in fast growth. Okay, so we have been resisting this hit from the economy for quite some time now. More foreigners killed in Nigeria, unfortunately. Let's see if Germany would allow us to get some sweet German tanks. I would like that, because I'm considering getting one extra tank division for the main army here, the second one, because we do have 2, but having 3 is always better. But there's no point if we can't get hands on good tanks. So recon tanks. Okay, so here's the Leopard. Do you have a current Leopard? No, your latest Leopard is 1995, and then there's self-propelled artilleries. So you don't really have... Yeah, you wouldn't give us that anyway. IFVs... They would not give us the helicopters. Naval equipment. Yeah, we still need to think about the Air Force. I'm basically building a massive defense against air with all of our units. That's in the pipeline, but what's not in the pipeline is actually having an Air Force to work with here. Okay, factory has been finished. Our economy has thus increased further. Yeah, 2.5 billion. And and okay, we're back to 3 projects ahead of us. Okay, so I'm gonna end the episode here. We have equipped our units with about 4,000 2005 small arms already. We are upgrading our manpads, and almost at a rate of 1 per day. We're gonna get there soon. We're producing 2.14 Humvees per day, which is amazing. This is gonna run for upcoming years for sure, because quite honestly, we need to build a decent stockpiles of these before we cancel that. The APCs are going well as well. We have 922 to build, and we are working on the IFVs as well, though the situation there is a bit more dire. We need 1,174 to fully re-equip our units, and the game is not even giving me a time frame here, is it? Nope. Okay, but the recon tanks are fine. I believe we will soon be able to start equipping our infantry units with them, and while I do that, that's gonna increase, of course, the demand on everything, because we are going to add additional battalions there as well. So how's the recon tanks? Okay, we're about 2 away from being able to do that. So that's gonna be the start of the second wave of the reform in the next episode, because we're gonna start strengthening our units, not only rearming them, but giving them additional boost from the units. Cool. So thank you for joining me, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode where we deal with that. So see you then.